Hi, my name is Donna Gonzalez, and I'm currently attending Lamar University in Beaumont, and I am a senior in the bachelorette program. I'd like to talk to you today about disaster preparedness. Before we begin, I have 5 questions, a pre-test with yes and no answers, and we can discuss it out loud. Do you know what a disaster plan is? Would you be prepared for a disaster tomorrow? 3. Do you know if you can bring your pets to the evacuation? Did you know that the shelter is free as long as room is available? Did you know that if you need help to evacuate, you can call 211 for help? Hurricanes Katrina and Rita reminded us that personal emergency readiness needs to be a priority for everyone. Emergencies and disasters can strike quickly and without warning and can force you to evacuate your neighborhood or to be confined to your home. We live in a rural community here, which is not considered a flood zone for the hurricanes. However, we have a danger with strong winds, twisters, tornadoes, and heavy rain. Tornadoes and twisters are just as dangerous as hurricanes. Disaster preparedness for senior citizens in rural areas. Elderly need special plans to be ready for a disaster, especially those with medical issues and limited mobility can be vulnerable just a natural or man-made disaster strikes. Prepare for emergencies now. Older adults refers to the adult population whose age is 60 years and older. Senior citizens, retirees. Frail elderly refers to the older adults who have serious chronic problems. My first objective is the elderly will be informed on how to construct an emergency supply kit before a disaster occurs. Number 2, the elderly be prepared with 2 different plans of care, one to stay at home and one to evacuate. The elderly will know the importance to stay informed and know what types of emergency are likely to affect their region. To be prepared for a disaster is a 3-step process. 1, you need to make a kit. 2, to have a plan. And 3, to be well informed. By planning ahead, you can avoid waiting in long lines for critical supplies such as water and batteries. To make an emergency kit, I like to think of it as making a grocery list. Water. You need 1 gallon per person. If you're going to be evacuated, you need 3 days worth. If you're going to stay at home, you need 2 weeks worth. Food is the same. It is good to include foods that do not require cooking. They're canned and dried. Here again, you need a 3-day supply for evacuation and a 2-week supply if you're going to stay at home. However, canned food can be also loaded with salt, so if you have high blood pressure or you have a history of congestive heart failure, please be careful on the foods that you do purchase. And that goes especially also for dialysis patients. A flashlight is good when the lights are turned out, you cannot see. A flashlight's good to have, and have extra batteries. Battery operated radio is another item that you need so that way you can know what's going on. First aid kit and medications. You need a 7-day supply of medications. Multiple purpose toolkit would be good to have. Just something small like a small hammer and a screwdriver. Sanitation and personal hygiene items like toilet paper, plastic garbage bags. You need that. And another good thing is to have is the baby wipes. Copies of your personal documents, like your medication list and pertinent medical information. A lot of seniors write on their prescriptions because they know what the medication is, not by its name. It's good to write your prescriptions down. If you're going to be evacuated and say you're going to be gone for more than 2 weeks and you run out of medication, you can't just go to the pharmacist and say, I take this blue pill for my blood pressure, because he's not going to know what it is. So it's good to write it down. You need to have a deed or any lease to your home, birth certificates, insurance policies, bank records is good. To keep it in a fire safe box if you have it. If not, get you a plastic bag that has a Ziploc, so that way if it gets wet it won't damage everything. Cell phones. If you have a cell phone, make sure you bring your charger with you. And also make sure that you have your family and friends' emergency contact numbers. You need cash on hand and coins, and preferably travel checks. Blankets and pillows. Maps. A whistle is good to have. If you're going to be attacked or anything, if you blow a whistle, that will get emergency help faster. You need one change of clothing. A manual can opener. If you have a pet, please make sure you have the pet supplies that you need and their vaccination records. Extra car keys would be good to have. Pack cards and dominoes, a book to read if you're going to be evacuated. The supplies that you need for your car, you should have a tire repair kit, jumper cables, flares. Our next topic is to make a plan. Plan ahead reduces anxiety. Meet with your family and your friends. Find out, is everybody going to stay there? If everybody's going to leave, who are you going to leave with? Keep in contact on what you're planning on doing. If you do not own a vehicle or you cannot drive and you don't have anybody that's willing to take you anywhere, you can always call 211. It's a resource for referral hotline, and they can evacuate you. Plan the best and the quickest escape route out of your home. Decide on a meeting place outside your neighborhood in case you cannot return home. If you or someone in your household use a wheelchair, make sure that all the escape routes have wheelchair accessible. Know the safest place within your home in case you need emergency shelter, such as a tornado and it takes your roof off. Plan for your pet. Your pet's part of your family. Don't leave them behind. Take them with you. You can bring your pets into shelters. And lastly, utilities. Know where all your shut-off valves. If you have gas, you don't want gas spewing out everywhere. And lastly, to be informed. Know what disasters can occur in your community. Know local emergency phone numbers and the team members. Know your emergency alert system. Know that if a door-to-door evacuation, if sheriff's department comes, they're doing a door-to-door evacuation, you must leave. I have prepared a kit for y'all, and it has pertinent information like a current medication list. It has your name, your allergies, your pharmacy, all that can be written down, and it goes into a folder. Emergency contact list, and I also made a grocery list that you can keep in your packet. That way you know what all you need. I plan on getting back with y'all in 3 weeks to see if I can help anyway with y'all's disaster preparedness. Thank you.